This video is to show the basics of operating a bulldozer at Neptune terminals. The bulldozers, or BDs, have primarily two functions: pushing coal out to create more storage space, or pushing coal in to be reclaimed by the stacker reclaimers. At the present time, Neptune uses the Caterpillar D10 to do these tasks. The Caterpillar D10 is a beast. Weighing in at 65 metric tons, it is heavier than an Abrams M1 tank. With 650 horses of pushing power, it can get the job done.
You got the ignition, the horn, the throttle, the blade lock. This here goes into first forward, second reverse. It's an automatic. And then you got your bank of lights over here. Fan motor, your air or your temperature, air conditioning, and all of your wipers. Park brake, your steering controls, right, left. You've got your transmission. It's in neutral right now. You got forward, neutral, reverse right here. And here's your shift up, shift down button. Pedals are the brake and the decelerator. It's not an accelerator, or it's not like a gas pedal where it's a fuel pedal. This is a decelerator. When you push it in, you decelerate. When you let it out, you accelerate. Go into the computer. Right here it tells you how the machine is functioning, and I can change things in the computer. There's a mode in here where I can set how I drive.
At the start of your shift, it may be necessary to wash off the machine before climbing up to the cab. The operator should also do a walk around, looking for any damage or foreign objects jammed into the tracks. Report any issues to your supervisor. Take your time and always use the 3-point climbing procedure when going up to the cab. There is no smoking allowed in any machinery at Neptune. Please respect your fellow operators and keep the cabs clean. Seat belts must be worn at all times. Although there are windows on all sides of the cab, forward visibility can be limited. Even with its giant size, the D10 is relatively easy to operate. When climbing a coal pile or making a road, the bulldozer is very stable as long as going straight up or straight down. Always avoid traveling sideways on a coal pile. This can create a dangerous rollover situation. When the BD starts to stall and dig into the coal, the operator will lower the blade and reverse the machine, pulling back the coal. This process is repeated until the BD can climb onto the top of the pile. Notice again, the operator is keeping the machine straight. This process can take several minutes, depending on the coal pile's height. In this scene, the BD is now pushing the coal out to create more storage space for another coal train. It is important to push the coal out, but not over the coal pile. This could result in blocking the roadways, the berm, or filling in TP3 ditch. Avoid pushing parallel along the edges of a coal pile. Remember, the BD is very heavy, so when it is close to the edge of a pile, it is possible that the pile can slide away, taking the BD with it. If this does happen to you, lower your blade to slow down your descent, and try to keep the BD as straight as possible. A China wall is created by the reclaimer's bucket wheel as it picks up the coal. The height of this wall can vary depending on the number of passes the reclaimer has made. The bulldozers must push down this wall for two reasons. One, if the wall gets too high, it can avalanche down onto the reclaimer's bucket wheel, causing conveyor overloads and downtime. Two, the coal on the other side of the wall is out of reach of the reclaimer, so it must be eventually pushed in so it can be reclaimed. The BD operators must follow the proper procedure when pushing down a wall to avoid a possible rollover situation. Never drive parallel along the face of the wall. Again, the weight of the machine may cause the wall to collapse. This could be a serious situation on a high wall. The stacker reclaimers at Neptune are very powerful machines, especially the larger South reclaimer. Extra care must be taken when the bulldozers are working near them. In 2009, this Cat D8 was actually picked up by this large reclaimer. There is absolutely no reason to get close to the stacker reclaimers when they are working. BD operators should do a radio check and have good communication with the stacker reclaimer operators. Sometimes it is necessary to have the stacker reclaimers stand down and clear away from the pile to allow the bulldozers to do their job. This situation usually occurs when the coal pile is not very wide along the berm. In this scene, the BD is pushing out a coal train as it is being stacked. It can be beneficial to both operators if the BD operator tells the stacker operator when it is time to move or where to move to. When the reclaimer is working, never push coal directly into the arc until the reclaimer is not working in that area of the pile anymore. Meaning, if the reclaimer is working the south end of the pile, the BDs will be pushing in the north end, or vice versa. There are occasions when a BD will be called in to lower the front of a coal pile to prevent the stacker reclaiming from plowing the coal, as in this scene. The blade on the Cat D10 is nearly 16 feet wide and 7 feet high. Some of the roadways around the coal piles are quite narrow, so extra care must be taken. There are many obstacles, such as water monitors, spray poles, and concrete blocks that must be watched out for. There is one spray pole and water monitor in between the coal piles on the B side towards the north end. BD operators must be aware of this pole and stay clear. Also on the B side, at the very north end, there is a red zoned area. This area has a gravel road base, so always have your blade up when traveling through this zone. This is to avoid contaminating the coal piles with gravel. When crossing from the A and B sides at the north end by the dumper, stay on the steel rails to avoid damaging the blacktop and picking up contamination in the BD tracks. Also, when traveling on the roadway along the A side, do not push any coal into the TP3 ditch.